In this video, we will be talking about typical mistakes in hard gel application.
It is very important to pick hard gel from the jar correctly. If you are stirring the gel too much, you might end up getting the air inside of the product and having too many air bubbles. If you have too many air bubbles in the jar, most likely you will have them on the nails as well. Do not mix or stir gel before use. This is the correct way to pick hard gel from the jar. Take a small amount of the gel with the brush, clean the excess using the wall of the jar, and you are good to go. Base coat application is crucial as it provides the adhesion between the natural nail and the product. If you will apply the gel too close to the cuticle or the sidewalls, or simply apply too much, you will get the opposite effect. The adhesion will not be as good, plus it will not be comfortable applying the product on top of uneven surface. This is how it should be done. Take a tiny amount of the gel or use the small brush and apply it super thin, much thinner than you would even apply the nail polish. Never apply product too close to the cuticles or the sidewalls. You will not only end up with having product lifting, but also will be in trouble when you try to file the area near sensitive cuticles. If you notice that you applied it too close, it is better to clean it before curing. Always leave a tiny margin between the product and the skin. If you work with thin to medium consistency gels, you need to understand that even though the product will not cure until you put it in the lamp, the time is still limited. If you will work too slowly or play around with the product too much, you might not even notice when it starts flooding the cuticles and the sidewalls, as well as moving towards the sidewalls instead of staying in the apex area. Stay focused, work at a certain speed, and if you notice that the product went to the sides, you can always turn your client's hand around to move the product back to the stress area. Undercuring or using old or inappropriate UV LED lamps is a very common problem. Undercuring does not necessarily mean that you cured for 1 minute instead of 2. Sometimes it may happen because your client didn't place hands in the lamp properly, let's say not deep enough. Or you didn't notice that the lamp you're using is too old and is not emitting enough power anymore. Always check your lamps and make sure they're in order. Do not forget to check if the gel system you're using is compatible with the lamp that you have. When working with transparent or semi-translucent gels, such as clear or sheer pink, keep in mind that you cannot apply too much, especially directly to the natural nail plate. If you do that, the polymerization reaction will run too fast and your client might end up getting heat spikes. Stick to thin or medium layers. If your client has a very sensitive or damaged nail plates, then it is better to apply thin layers to avoid overheating. Stress area and the apex, which is the highest points, should be the thickest parts of the nail. With hard gel, it might be tricky to create it as the product seems so flawless and easy to apply. Sometimes nail technicians focus too much on creating perfect smooth surface rather than building the proper structure. If the stress area will be too thin, the nails will look nice, but they will not last. They may break after a few days, so make sure that the stress area is always thick enough. Freeze curing is a great method that saves your time, but you cannot use this if you're working with hyperpigmented gels such as nude, black, or white. You need to fully cure each layer as it directed in the instruction. For instance, cure time of your white gel is 1 minute in LED lamp. That means that you need to fully cure it for 1 minute, and if you decide to add a little product, you need to cure it for whole 1 minute again.
These were the most typical and frequent mistakes in hard gel application, and I am personally guilty of making them all. That's why I know them so well. Let me know, did you find anything familiar in this video? Maybe you have done some of these mistakes and maybe you're still doing some of them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing as I post new videos just like this one every week. See you in my next video. Bye!